Consistency comes with a sacrifice. Life asked me, are you ready to step into what you have prayed for? Yes, I'm ready, but I'm learning more about consistency and the sacrifice that comes from consistency. God has blessed me with creativity to be able to step into what I have been praying for. This week, working on a freelance role as an AI backend developer, I received feedback from the rest of the developers within the team. The feedback was based on the work that I provided and the code that I provided. It's different when you're building your own projects or you're working on your hobby projects or working on business project where the only person who gets to judge your work is you. So it's a case where as long as it's working and it's working as you expect, you can move forward. But this was a client's project. I've now been coding for the last few years and self-taught. And if I would have received this feedback a few years ago when I started, I would have probably walked away because I wouldn't know anything about what I'm talking about or what I'm doing. But again, consistency. I've been coding every day, building web applications every day, testing myself in different scenarios when if I'm working within different engineering teams and how delivery should be handled. I'm actually doing what I love. Stepping into that project and the feedback and looking at the tasks, that's when I realized it's time now. I've been working on this for years. Once I got this feedback, I knew it's time, and it's not, the old me would have probably walked away and I would have just been like, okay, this is a bit over my head. But I knew it was time for me to become everything I am in that role that I had chosen to be in. I knew that I am in that moment, that what I have been praying for, working with different teams, working on different projects, I'm in that moment now. And it's this present moment that I am in. The small detail that revealed the shift from where I was to where I am now is the complexity of the task. The task was very complex, but it's the excitement that I had when I received the feedback, and I saw it as a challenge for me to be able to embrace this moment. I saw it as a challenge for me to embrace this moment, as if I am a lone tiger just walking around ready to be my element. I was a lone tiger ready to be my element. But the complexity of the task explained that I am ready for this moment, to be in this moment and be like, okay, I can take this challenge. Let's see how this challenge is going to bring out the best of me. That's when the shift happened. That's when I knew, okay, I'm onto something here, because I'm not just doing it for the sake of doing it. I'm doing it because, one, I love it. Two, I know that it's going to push me to the next level as a developer or as a creative developer as I expand my role. With that moment, that's the moment I felt like, okay, I'm ready. There was only readiness in me. The part of me that is afraid of stepping into what I have prayed for is mainly the sacrifice, because consistency and discipline and consistency, or consistency and discipline, it's comes out with a sacrifice, and the sacrifice that you have to give up for the sake of consistency is a lot. But I have to accept sacrifice is what is holding me back into stepping into what I have prayed for. I also have to accept that with sacrifices, not everyone will make it to the next chapter, and not everyone will make it to the next level. So you have to accept that as you're leaving things behind from previous environment and stepping into the new environment, the sacrifice that comes in when you focus on consistency and discipline. The truth that surfaced when I realized that the next chapter is not going to build itself. The truth is consistency comes with a sacrifice. I'm the main character, and the next chapter will not build itself. I should be responsible of how I spend my time, and where I spend my time, and who I spend my time with. I'm not resisting any movement into going into this next part of the season where I have to build. I already accept the present moment as it is. But as I am building on my projects and building on things within my purpose, I pray that God will give me the ability to respond well to life as I'm building. I'm not resisting anything. I'm just accepting it, and I'm accepting that this present moment is the best moment for me. And that if I focus on building within this present moment, the future me will be thankful for what I'm doing in this season. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to build. I now see the effects of Logos timing, but I'm also seeing the fruits of it. I'm understanding that faith comes through action. Faith comes through movement. Faith doesn't come from you just sitting and expecting. Faith comes from moving and moving the needle. Faith comes from moving from one point to the other. Faith is not just sitting and waiting. Faith comes with action, especially if you're walking in your purpose. After finding out what's guiding us in the quiet, we should be very confident of the next steps that we're taking, because as we know, the steps that we're taking have already been laid before us. The shift in me that shows I'm no longer in the search and in the build is that my spirit now knows what's important. And as my spirit is leading a team of 4 who's my body, my mind, my environment, and obviously the spirit, I know exactly what's leading me in the quiet, and my spirit is at peace rather than stressing and thinking like, what's going on? What do I need to do? I already know what I need to do in this season of building. Genesis 23 to 24 points to the same 2 moments about stepping forward after endings. Chapter 23, it shows the weight of becoming, and chapter 24, it shows the fulfillment and order. These 2 parts shows me how to move forward, especially after endings. Genesis 23 and 24, they show 2 sides of the same moment. 23 shows the uncomfortable truth of transition, growth, and the uncomfortable stage of who you were and who you are meant to be. 23 is when you realize your prayer wasn't just words. Your prayers are a request for change, for sacrifice, for discipline, and also for refinement as well. 24 symbolizes completion through obedience and structure. It's not just about excitement, it's about the readiness of being able to carry what you asked for. It's about the readiness of the weight of what you had asked for. Where in your week are you standing at an open door and you are afraid of walking through it? Where in your week is life asking you to step into what you have already prayed for? Thank you so much for listening to me this week as I have been going through my journal of becoming everything I am, going through my journal as I am building and broadcasting in this season. Keep up with me as we continue to see how this season will come to an end. We are on episode 7. We have 5 more episodes to go until we come to week 12. Hope to see you next week as we build and broadcast and become everything we are, become everything I am. Thank you very much. May God bless you.